All right, welcome. Today we are going to break down my 10-day AUD USD plus 278 pip trade. But before we get into the charts, let's get into the geopolitical side that made me open up these two positions. First, pressure was building. You can feel it everywhere right now. Prices keep rising, paychecks don't stretch like they used to. Housing feels further away for the average person rather than closer. Pressure on the automotive sector, more people quietly losing their jobs. That's not random. That's stress moving through the system. Globally, the dollar isn't collapsing, it's slowly being leaned away from, quietly and carefully. Japan's economy is under strain, trying to protect growth while its currency weakens. The US is talking about cutting rates, not because things are strong, but because things are getting tight. Add geopolitical tensions, energy uncertainty, and suddenly money starts behaving differently. That's what this trade was built on. I didn't rush it, I didn't chase it, I waited for the right moment. Now, let's get into the charts. All right, we are on the AUD USD daily. This is what I love to look at. Um, just looking at this, you can say people, the average person would just mark it up this way. And however you mark up your charts, as long as it works for you, that's fine. And as you can see, we are consolidating. We're just consolidating sideways. No real movement. But with the geopolitical information that I had, I was looking for a push up. Now, it could come up, hit this level, and then continue to the range. But I was looking for it to push up further because all the geopolitical signals was saying push to the upside. So here's my thought process on this. When this candle closed above this EMA, even though it's a little, let's we can get in it even a little better. Even though it's a little bit, it still was a signal to me that the next candle would be a good entry point for me. So let's go ahead and play it forward. Boom. Once this candle opened, I got in. Right? Let's just go ahead and name it position one. Whoops. Boom. There we go. We're in position one. Now, now that I'm in, you got to start looking further, looking for potential resistance. Boom. Right off the gate. I set my alert here to let me know if we breach this zone. Because if we breach this zone, I was going to open up a second position. So let's play it forward. There's our next candle. And we got to close above that zone, which told me I'm opening up a position on the very next candle. So let's play it forward. There it is. All right. So once this candle opened, I opened my second position. Right. So now we're in. So now that I'm in, we already have a target set. So now our target was, let's just go into it. This is my first video, so please be patient. Coordinates. Okay. Our first target was 0.66864. That's our initial target. Now we are in. This is our target. That's 275 pips away. total between the two positions. All right. So now we're looking for trouble areas. For me, it would be could be here because you get a lot of, and it's not an exact line, it's the zone. So this would be my next resistance. So let's go ahead and play it forward. Second candle comes out after that position. Boom. We got a good strong candle and a good strong close above this zone, which tells me this is our next zone. Good strong candle. I could even have took another position if I wanted to, but I was happy with these two positions. So now this is going to be our next resistance zone, and I also set up alert. Now, mind you, I'm not watching this. I have my alert set up for this zone and this zone, and that's when I come in to start looking. This zone is really important because this zone, if you get here and you get a pullback, you're going to start ranging. It could be the continuation of this range. But I'm, again, because of the structure, I'm looking for a push up to target. So let's go ahead and play it forward. We got it, a breach of it, but no close. Boom. There's our close. That's a good, strong signal. You see how we tried to breach it, didn't close it? That let me know, hey, you need to watch this because it could start coming back down, starting the range again, if we were just consolidating sideways. Good, strong candle lets me know my target range is very highly likely to get hit. So let's just go ahead and play it forward. Boom. Now we're getting some consolidation, right? At this level here. Let's go ahead and bring this up at that level, which makes sense. Look, little, it could be a level. So now I'm really watching because, like I said, if we start breaking down, it's just a continuation of the range, consolidating sideways. But I'm because of the structure, I'm still looking forward to the target. It's still a good probability. So let's just go ahead and play it forward. Boom. Hit the target. What is this? The Fed cut rates that day. This was the fuel to get me to my target. And that's when I closed out both positions for a plus 278 pips. Now, mind you, before I discovered geopolitics and started implementing into my trading heavily, I never was in a trade longer than a day, maybe two. But again, this was 10-day trade, and we hit our target. Um, so let me just play it forward for you so you can see what happened. Okay, candles coming out. We're showing a push to the down. Oh, broke the EMA. Now this is interest an area of interest right here. A good a new continuation entry right here. Deep pullback. Got this 21 and 20 EMA as support. So this would be a good to get back into it. The only concern I had was Venezuelan conflict. Whenever a country's in conflict, um, short term strengthens the dollar. It'll strengthen their currency. So that's what's giving me hesitation because that conflict is in full swing. But if it's a long, drawn out conflict, then it weakens the currency. But short term, initially, it will strengthen and it would cause this to fall further, right? So, and this could have just came out of the range zone and came back in, and now we're going to continuation ranging. So I'm looking at this, seeing if there's another opportunity to get back in. But we'll see. And that was the breakdown of this trade. Forgive me for the clunkiness of it, but like I said, this is my first video. And if you enjoyed it, hey, look forward to future videos, future breakdowns, and hopefully they'll get a little better for you. All right, thanks for joining. Welcome to Muad'Dib Trader, and we'll set a place for you.